Welcome back to Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. Well, Jason, it is our last match of this championship series here at Cherry Street. Men's fours final. Last ones that can get a gold medal on our live stream, Engadine and Warilla. And we're underway. Engadine's got first use of the mat. Decent start from Dan Scanlan. Jamie Mitchell on his way down. And he's got the answer. Pretty good start from both leads. So we're finals day, Jason. We're underway.
Yeah, that's correct, Andrew. Final event. 17 long days here. They've been brilliant days. We've seen some sensational play, and what a way to finish off the championships with what could be a bit of a prelude towards the Platinum Pennant season. These two sides will feature heavily in Platinum Pennant, and so will a lot of these players out on the green.
All right, so our men's final, of course, Engadine versus Warilla. The women's final, Cabramatta up against Maryland's, Karen Murphy's team, Katie Astley's team. The women's senior fours, Foster taking on Warilla. The men's senior fours, Maitland City, Harbord. And the reserve fours, Warhope and Wagga RSL. So a nice mix. Two Warilla teams in the running as well. And a nice little mix of country teams in amongst them.
Good to see. Love to see them regional clubs doing well at this state level.
Still Jamie Mitchell hanging on for shot there.
Well, this one just needs to get down a little bit harder. He's coming now. Pretty good weight. Well, that could be one to Warilla there. Jack Lewis now for Engadine. Gets under that bowl. Well, he did down to the shot bowl. Sits it through nicely. So early on in this game, Andrew, we're seeing some really good shot play. And what a nice tight head to start this final.
Engadine had their team listed as, well, Leroy, couple of bouncers. I've given that one the replay, even though Craig Roberts rolled his eyes at it. Engadine had Callum Murray listed as playing third and Jack Lewis second. I think that swapped around the other way.
Well, Jack has done a bit of ping pong as well in there. Might see a bit of this in this game. The guys will be up and at the head. Four players are all fairly aggressive. Just about guarantee if they're down in the head, we're going to see good weight into the head, giving bowls chances, just like Lee is here. Just underdone with his line, but finishes in a pretty good home, really, Andrew.
Well, I promised to do it, so here we go. Oh, it's not gone back to... I didn't get Lee's. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I do know what's going on. I'll try that again later. I've got to press one other button. So Jay Breust has won a state fours before. Lee Stinson's been runner-up in the state fours and state triples and the state pairs and the state singles. See if you can add a gold medal to that collection today.
Well, I wouldn't mind being a bridesmaid myself at that level. It's a pretty big effort. So Gary's just trying to get down into this port here. Just a bit wide. Obviously, what bowl was that they come across?
Oh, I think that's one of the Engadine bowls.
I think Jack just indicated to Jay, yeah, play weight back to that yellow bowl. Drag of the Jack underneath the white down on the backhand, I believe. That is the Jay Bruce bowl. So.
Too bad a line.
It's all down to speed now. Well, Lee's favouring Warilla to have shots, so that dark bowl.
I think there might be Lees that flopped in.
Gary looking to come off that ledge and get across. Well, good effort.
One Warilla bowl taken out.
And Lee wants the second one measured. I think that, of course, it might be his bowl. Fair enough in a final. If you're up and if you're not sure, get that tape out on that. Get rid of any doubt. It's just the one. So.
Jamie Mitchell.
Very good start, Jamie. We'll see a lot of this from him. Very well regarded lead bowler at the Warilla Club. Probably close to one of the first picked for most of their teams events. Or
didn't play third for the region this year.
There you go.
Dan through the head with his first one. Jamie has a perfect record against me. Last time he played me was 1995. He was the singles champion from Austinmere Bowling Club.
Is that still going anymore, Andrew?
No.
I do remember the name, but I do remember that club.
Yep. Just north of Thirroul. He beat me in the quarter-final of the Champion of Champions for Zone 16 Illawarra then. No, I'll rephrase that. He belted the living daylights out of me in the quarter-final. He played absolutely amazing.
So, Craig just wanting to match that back Dan Scanlan bowl of Engadine. That's
pretty well down.
Very well down, and Setting the head up nicely here, Warilla.
So you can probably tell Jack and Callum apart more than me, but I'm pretty sure this is Callum playing second.
It's most definitely it is Callum playing second.
They do have him listed at third in the team. I think that they've played that way the whole time because no limitation in our conditions of play. You can play in any position. We'd just like to know before we start the live stream so we call you the right name.
Callum's probably just wanting to get some contact in there, just floating wide, played good weight, both bowls. Let's see, Gary Kelly asking Lee to get some cover. All the back there, you see the two green bowls up and down the centre line, the two white bowls are all Engadine, so Lee probably getting down that port on the backhand, in between the two white bowls, get back. Set up good position for Warilla and limit a count for Engadine. Well, yep.
That's what he wanted, not in that position.
Sort of split up that group of four now, so very good result. Jack now looks to be on that tighter line. Will he hold down now? That's all he needs to do. He has. Gary Kelly saying it's only one, so we'll see Lee staying on his backhand here. Kept it a bit tight down there. Wanted it tight rather than wide, but just a little bit too tight.
Well, Gary says it's one. Jay says it's two. He also says Jack can make it three very easily here.
Andrew, if this runs, this is good, but yeah, Jack not impressed with himself either. Knew he was short.
Now I threaten to do this. Here we go. Leroy in slow motion. I did threaten to redo it again and put it in even slower motion, but I don't think we'll do that. So Gary always looks like he's lining up an attacking shot, holding it up.
Well, I guarantee he will be up at this. He is one down. Well, Engadine thinks it could be two, but inside edge of that.
Well, even if he got the outside edge of that bowl and sliced it across, it's Craig Roberts' bowl.
Jay would be looking to do similar, to draw down in there, Andrew. Get underneath that Craig Roberts bowl, get right back to the jack. Well, that will make it a bit harder down there now, I think, Andrew. See there. Gary's looking at the options down the forehand. That backhand's very hard to play now, so. Ball coming up. Jamie Mitchell bowl. Saw him indicate if he's under that, because the inside edge of the last J. Breust bowl, he can get a result back to the jack. So, seeing some good weight here. Not sure if he's going to get down enough. Well, he just chipped his own bowl out. So, is there a chance for a bit of a count here? They're having a look at that. I think there might be, Andrew.
Yeah, not sure.
Well,
light green bowl out to the right-hand side is Craig Roberts, just about jack high. How to get past it might be the question. Well, these are the dark green ones, so probably no huge count available. Could probably turn over his own last down to the jack and run in for 3, maybe finagle an additional.
well,
Just on the gentle side, I think it is 2.
yep, 2 it is.
Well, Dan Scanlan will line up in different colours on Friday night. He's made the switch to Mount Lewis. In the Lions line up for their platinum game. We will see the other 7 remain true to their club for their opening round. Seven of our players on this rink will feature for their club in the platinum pennant on Friday night. Because that season, after a blockbuster inaugural season, we will be kicking off season 2 of the platinum pennant on Friday night. And our first upstream is the Cabramatta Bull Ants playing host to the St John's Park Saints. How good does that promise to be? And the tipping comp's back, Jason. It's your chance to show you know more about bowls than me.
No, I've tossed a coin on every game week 1, mate.
Well, there's only a couple there where I've gone, yep, that's the side that should win.
Well, you can say that about quite a few games, you know. Look at the squads and go, you know what, I do favour that, but all squads are strong and it just depends on how they turn up on the day.
Well, we back up with another stream on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Wenty Leagues Magpies hosting the Tarrant Point Scorchers. And then on Sunday, 11 o'clock start, it's the Gorillas will be featured again. Warilla Gorillas play host to the Carlingford Koalas. And we're not going to give you any the following weekend because it's Easter.
Yes, our first weekend of Platinum Pennant. You will see last year's finalists in live stream matches. Cabramatta in round 1 and Warilla in round 3. So, somewhat of a cracking final last year, Andrew.
But don't despair, you do have bowls next week, Monday through to Thursday. We will be at Merimbula and live with the State Junior Championships. 4 huge days of bowls down at Merimbula. Not like we haven't been busy for the last 3 weeks.
Well, Jack just wants to hold on now. Contact's good. He got it. Fair Engadine crew on the sidelines here, Andrew. Obviously, unfortunately, the Engadine ladies just missed out in their semi-final. They've hung around to support their men.
Well, the Warilla crew are sort of split, but they can go in the middle of the green.
Lee Stinson, what a reply. Pretty sure we saw a similar bowl like that go viral.
Oh, well, it was more of a run into the ditch, but yeah. And I'm not giving him a replay for that one even. Pretty well pointed from Jack. That'll be the shot.
Well, both teams here up and at it. Giving themselves chances. Heads constantly changing. You see a lot of this. So stay tuned. There should be some great shot play in this final. Well, he just wants this to get back hard now. Pretty well down. Finishes in a good home behind, so could be an option here for Gary. For Jay Breust, he really wants to get a second one in there. Well, has this got the run, Andrew? Because it's pointed very well.
Yeah, it has. Nicely down. Little set off his own teammate's bowl. Toucher.
I think you're going to find
Gary will probably play pretty much similar. Just wants to sit either bowl, get second or preferably first, but no, he's going to go bigger.
Yeah, yep, you see some aggression here.
He's
Good
looking for the court
down
underneath.
There. Look at that. Wow.
He's ripped one of them out.
Got the ball out neat. That was a toucher, so we'll stay alive back there in the sand. For Jay, he just wants a repeat of his first. And just wants to get down. Well,
In fact, that's probably better than his first.
Most definitely.
Because now Gary really hasn't got a target to run at. He can, look, he could go down and try and get the jack, but it'll be touches in the ditch. Well, he may go for both bowls. Forehand, under the pack, get the first one on the edge. Close to it.
Oh, well, he got one out. Good result, but it's one shot to Engadine. And a bit of a tactic here for Engadine, favouring shorter lengths at this stage. Jamie's last bowl about 12 inches short, but it is the shot. Scanlan just through with both bowls, but as a lead.
Well, you're not going to be too upset about being behind the head.
No, most definitely not with the three blokes you got coming behind you in Callum Murray, Jack Lewis, and Jay Breust. You can see Jamie not impressed with himself there. He wanted that one behind also.
So now semi-finals. Engadine accounted for Marimbula in a nice hard-fought match. And Warilla took out Aaron Wilson, Cabramatta, and mates.
Craig Roberts, get all the way down. Well, he's finishing a very nice home.
Split up to Dan Scanlan's 2 bowls. So still 1 shot to Warilla.
Well, if this has got the right speed, this is close, Andrew.
Great bowl from Craig Roberts.
Great bowl, Craig Roberts.
Well, almost in there from Jack. Well, he's got a chance, though, to play to that bowl. Little turn on Jamie's wouldn't hurt. Wants just to duck in.
Just his speed more than anything there, Andrew.
Well, incredible pressure on this game for Lee Stinson, because he knows his workmates are sitting here watching him, streaming him, and having unfettered comments at what he does.
Slight adjustment coming here for Lee. Just get down to that Jack Lewis bowl.
Can afford to be just a tad tight as well.
He's pointed this pretty well, Andrew. Gets all the way down now. It's a great bowl, Lee Stinson.
It's away from Gary Kelly. We see the last bowl coming down from Craig Roberts. You know it'd be helpful. Or turn the speed back up. Does make a difference when you turn the speed up, doesn't it?
Just a little bit, mate. So Jay Breust just on the draw here.
Well,
he can get to that Lee Stinson bowl. He probably gets the shot. Just missed the front. Well,
I think he just fell out. It's 1 down indicated there by Jack. Gary Kelly, forehand draw. Can just get a little tickle of that Jack around the corner. He'd make 4.
Oh, he's tracking for that. They're asking for it to hurry, so what Jay's done with that first bowl, he might be 1 down, but he's given himself a clearer path now. 2 white bowls there of Daniel Scanlan. There is a Craig Roberts green bowl in between those two, but he could just be playing that dead draw, Andrew, trying to draw the shot.
I'd be confidently reaching. You'd almost try and beat Gary Kelly to his shot, thinking that if you trail it, it takes away the chance for him to. Finished in a good home. But it's still that opportunity for Gary just to give that a little drag. Just Noodle that corner around the corner. Needle that jack around the corner. I'll get that right eventually.
Push Jack through also is all right. Wanting it to get up. Well, he got the little rub on the front. He flopped in.
Got the edge and just flopped away from it. So one more to Engadine. We're quite short, these ends that Engadine are playing.
Well, looking at the scoreline, it's the length that's favouring them. Jamie Mitchell. Very well down first bowl. Finishes probably jack high, so.
Just under the line from Dan.
Maybe looking for another foot, maybe two on his last. Get up and over that. Oh, he got an edge off of it and flopped in, so that's two shots now to Warilla.
Oh, looking for a little trail backhand. Because Jamie's bowls are just enough in front of Jack that you're just a bit wide. All you're doing is turning them onto the Jack.
Does he get all the way down, Andrew? Oh, he got a little piece of it. Unlucky, but got good position. Opens up for a little bit of aggression up into those shot bowls now, I think, for Engadine.
I think for Craig, he wants to just go round shot bowls and get back down to that last green bowl of Callum's. Well, you want to miss that now. I've also had the pleasure of playing with and against Craig. Craig and I played on the same pennant team about 23 years ago. Runner-up in Illawarra in grade 2. I've also skipped against Craig in grade 2, and yeah, I've got a belting in that game too. He played well and so did his teammates in front of him.
Saw Callum there, just got to the head, turned over a Jamie Mitchell bowl.
Yeah, so Craig's playing backhand, wants to get up and over the outside one of Jamie Mitchell's bowls. Happened to go through the gates okay. Just slightly under the line.
Well, this is set up. Any contact on the front there. Jack will pop out to the right, and that is Warilla bowl just below the head there. Well, playing the backhand here.
Wants to pop at. No real change. So I think Lee will play the same idea. You're just trying to get just to that head on that backhand side. If you happen to turn Jamie's bowl over, it's Jack high on the right, that's okay. You come off it onto the Jack is okay. You go around it and get to that green bowl at the back is really good. And that's a fantastic home.
Well,
Close.
he is. Oh.
Well, that last bowl of Lee Stinson means they can play this with a lot more confidence. Can reach up.
Well, I don't know how much he's going to reach up, Lee Stinson himself, because they're holding shot. Is Gary looking at trying to change his head up before Engadine wants to?
He's going to go for protection behind.
Yeah, I like this move. Get one back there. Any contact then from Engadine could be a possible 2 count for Warilla if Lee gets this in the right area.
Really just wants to get to where Gary's feet were.
Yep.
A little bit past that, but that's okay. That's the protection in behind, and it's the only bowl back there as well, so...
What that does is ensure Jay Breust has to play a more...
controlled, delicate.
Yeah, concise weight. He can't just choose any weight he wants to. We do know Jay Breust quality. Well, that's just swinging well. He got a turn out of that, and that's probably now at least 2 to Warilla, I think, Andrew.
Yeah, I think it is. Lee's bowl and Jamie's.
And not very nice to look at if...
I know the bowl on the centre line is that Jamie's as well.
Bowl on the centre line up the front is a Jamie Mitchell bowl. The bowl just behind Lee Stinson is an Engadine bowl. It's hard to tell on camera angles how far away they are. There's Warilla thinking, yep, there's going to be some weight here from Engadine, but so load up the back, and if you hit and get it back, well, we've got a few there to catch.
Quite possibly holding 3. Let's just pull this back a bit because he's probably going to try and hit.
The thing is, if he hits, if he's 3 down now, he could also be 3 down at the back.
More
With
than
other
likely.
bowls coming through, so...
We're going to try and get the edge off another bowl to come through and push their own onto the jack.
Jay Breust. To get under all that, it's just holding. Well, whose bowl is that? That was an Engadine bowl. You see them put their hands up. They know they got a bit of luck there. What's that do in the head? I'm not sure. Did he favour Engadine for shot now?
Well, yeah, I think it's pushed it in for shot and locked in on Lee's bowl behind.
Well, is it the opportunity here for Gary to play up the middle? That Jamie Mitchell bowl on the line, jack back. We know they've got a few back there.
Well, bit of aggression. You hit that one straight up the line. Right, you got the next. You get it back. You got the next 3 at the back.
Other option is if he's under, gets the green onto the Jamie Mitchell bowl. Chance to chip it back towards Jack as well. But I think you're going to find some...
Real aggression.
Yeah. It's a matter of how much Gary wants to use. Whether he wants to control it and ensure he hits the target or just open it right up and go for it. It's pretty solid weight here. It's down through that. He chipped that Jamie Mitchell bowl in. He come through himself. He could have made a couple here. There's 2 already out. So this is a great result by Gary Kelly. And 2 it is.
Watch that one from Gary again. Bangs into his own, pushes it up, runs through, grabs a couple. So we're now at 4-3. 4-3. I've just mucked that up. Reset that. Got fooled by the replay score. We've got Ross McNamara jumping in for a moment. Ross, the president of the men's bowling club here at Ballina. Secretary.
Secretary.
I've just elevated you up a bit.
Thanks,
Ross.
thanks, mate. Thanks very much for having me, Andrew.
Ross, I think, just wants to say a few words about the effort of the plethora of volunteers that have been in action for the last 17 days or so, or should we say 18 months?
Well, it feels like 18 months, Andrew, but...
well, it has been 18 months. That's the time the planning has come in.
Yeah, it's been a long road, and so proud of our team here. We've been going full on for about 4.5 months prior to the start of the tournament. Our volunteers have been exceptional, and as we all know, without volunteers, we don't have events like this.
Yep, all the way down the line, but there's been an army of club volunteers jumping in and helping at every opportunity, marking, umpiring, and well, it was really brought out during the All Abilities where people were kicking bowls, measuring, all the little bits that make all the difference to make a successful tournament.
It certainly does. Our team here, just in Ballina, have done an exceptional job. We've tried to, as we've been able to hold it here for the first time. It's a bit of a learning curve, but we try to live up to the standards that we hold here as far as Summerland Series and those big events that we do hold. And without the volunteers, it just doesn't work. And I'm so proud of our team and all the people that. Sorry. Gary's just a bit loud next door to me, but yeah, so they've done a terrific job, and on behalf of the organising committee, I'd just like to thank everyone that's given their time and effort to make this a success, and I think it has been a really good success. And with the culmination of the finals today, and now the weather's fined up, it's certainly made a good pinnacle to finish off with.
Well, there's about 900 players come through Ballina across all of the events over the 17 days, with supporters and partners and carers in the All Abilities. I reckon there's probably close to 2,000 people been come through the area, perhaps even more. Certainly has made a big impact on the economy of Ballina, Lennox and Alstonville. The local newspaper did a story and estimated there'd be more than a $2 million injection into the local community from our event being here.
Yeah, it certainly has been a great injection, not only to our club here, but the community and the business houses around the town. I've got a lot of great feedback from people that have actually, got around and had meals in our restaurants and hotels in the town, and also at Lennox and Austinville, and all the feedback that I've got has been very positive.
Well, big drive from Lee Stinson, Jack in the ditch. His bowls ended up about 2.5 metres short, and it's shot, but plenty of room for Jack Lewis to draw in here after that hit. And, well, that'll be shot. There's still lots of room. While they cross over, we'll watch the hit from Big Leroy. Gets a little bit of cranky in this one. Hits the jack square on, bounces over. Through you go. So it's 1 to Engadine. Gary Kelly on the mat. He'll want to get past the 2 metre mark. The jack is he's just run into the back of Jack Lewis's bowl. Jack is about on the line of that blue line that you can see. Jay Breust looks to have good running. Is he going to get past Gary's bowl though? Well, he has, and he's got his own. That's 2. Gary Kelly, 2 metres to draw shot, roughly. Well, he's just poked his nose in front. But we might see Jay Breust go a little bit quick at this one. Well, Ross, is there anyone in the crew? Well, you probably don't want to single out anyone in the crew.
No, not particularly, mate. No, we're all part of the team, and from the organising committee here at Ballina and Lennox and Austinville, I'd finally like to wrap up and just thank everyone for their time and effort, and it certainly put.
Well, Jay's chipped that one out. 2 more to Engadine. They'll now lead 6-3 after 6 ends.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Andrew, it certainly puts us in good stead now to go in confident in holding the 26-27 state titles back here. Hopefully next time the weather can be more favourable for us. We haven't had real good weather this summer, and unfortunately it's been a bit iffy during the tournament, but we've got through it, and it's just been a really great effort.
Well, it's been a testament to the green staff and everyone involved that we've got through everything with just a couple of delays during a session and nothing called off.
Duncan Elphick and his team from FGO Greenkeepers, we're blessed to have a team that we've got here as far as greenkeeping goes. We always say that we've got the best greens in the state, if not Australia, and the top line bowlers testament to that. They cannot speak highly of our greens, and Duncan and his crew do a great job, and I'd take my hat off to him.
Well, Ross, you can say that the sport team staff and the comm team that have been here have greatly appreciated the help from everyone, and I'm sure that will be passed on through Terry to everybody as well.
Yeah, well, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate you having me on the final day. Thanks to your team from Bowls New South Wales. We've worked closely with you over the last couple of weeks, and it's been a pleasure. And we look forward to catching up again and working with you in the 26-27 state titles.
Yep. Thanks, Ross.
Thanks very much, Andrew.
Cheers. Craig Roberts now on the mat. I think he's one down with that bowl that he's about to run into. No, he's not going to run into it. He's going to go around and sit on the green bowl. Jason's back with us. Can't keep the good man out of it.
I did go looking for someone to sub in, but they're all a bit enthused with this game and just want to watch it inside, they do.
Well, at this stage too, I think there might be a few people who would be appreciating just the odd fire engine or lemonade, maybe even getting onto the lemon squash. No such luck for us in the com box. Well, Craig's turned his own over. Good position. Probably still one down. Good 2 hours of this game left. And then probably about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours after that before we'll be finished. Being the last day, well, that's turned over. I think they had Jamie Mitchell's shot. Being the last day, we've got a little bit of pack up to do tonight for a nice long road trip home.
Just looking for a positional bowl here from Lee. Just a little bit tight, but maybe a little bit of a nuisance in front there to get to the Jamie Mitchell bowl now. So we'll see some sort of. There won't be a dead draw here. There's definitely going to be some sort of weight into here. Just not sure whether they're going to want to open this right up or just get in the head and move a couple of things around. Discussion there between Jay and Jack. So it's just like that. Couple of foot over draw weight. So if you do miss the head, you're finishing in a good spot for later. He's finished, isn't he? He's very close to dead drawing that, Andrew.
Here we are at the end of a 17-day session with, well, it's well over 900 players actually if we count all the disciplines. I know some people have doubled up in events, but if we count the individual player events, it's over 900. And I reckon we've had at least 2 people for every competitor in attendance.
There's been a great support crew for a lot of our competitors.
The local paper had an article that said they thought it would inject $2 million into the local economy. I think that's a pretty conservative estimate, actually, when I think about it. 900 competitors, all averaging 2 nights accommodation. That alone's over $2 million. Plus, there's quite a few officials around. There's not that many of us. There's one house of us for the staff, and there's a few selectors, and we've had the odd board member here or there. Not that I'm saying our board members are odd, although they'd probably agree with that assessment.
All right, what's going to happen here? Jay pushing down into the head.
Got everything but. Giving himself another little look at it.
What he's done. We can see the jack now.
Yeah. I don't know whether Gary's got any real shot on here, but to try and just get some protection. There's no path to the jack that's safe for him.
I think he's definitely looking down this backhand side, the right-hand side. I think Jay will be still looking his next bowl, probably through his yellow. If he gets contact of jack, it's coming out to the right. Well, he's also looking now to the left, so just depends which side Jay Breust decides to play.
Then it depends whether he's wide or tight. Because if he hits it tight, the jack could go a different direction.
Yeah, you can't cover every shot.
Good news for Gary is he's got last bowl, so it's a matter of place this one strategically and then perhaps just go, you know what? I'm not going to do anything with my last because I'm not going to play it.
He just wants to stay out now. He doesn't want contact in there. It wasn't quite up, but, well, could be a little bit of a nuisance now. Really stops Jay getting down to his own bowl with a good full draw weight.
Well, there could be a chance to just rattle things around, but Don't know that that's favourable for Jay with what's coming into the head. The darker bowl at the front. The darker bowls are Jamie Mitchell's, I think. Hits that, it could very well jam in and stay anyway.
Well, he's playing a pretty solid weight into here. He's got to get that fat. He got his own in, pushed the jack out. He might have made 2 shots here. Engadine boys are clapping.
Well, I think it's his bowls dragged onto the jack and gone across to it's Callum's or Jack's, one of the two.
It's Jack Lewis' first bowl that I...
We need to ban anyone with the name Jack playing bowls because it gets confusing. You're talking about Jack.
Gary, I think he'd be looking for some weight.
And I'm not allowed to call it a kitty because I'll have a couple of phone calls telling me off saying, no, that's not what you call it.
Playing forehand here. Get down through Lee Stinson's bowl. Well, it just opened everything up.
2 more to Engadine.
So Engadine are just finding a way to turn heads over and keeping Gary under pressure. He hasn't had too many opportunities to add to counts or convert ends and get counts himself.
No, they've been sort of crowded heads or no position.
Yeah, so good job by the Engadine team here at the moment. And they're still sticking with this short length. Seems to be working for them so far.
The women's final nice and tight, 5-4 after 7 ends. Maitland City leading Harbord in the men's senior fours 5-3. Warilla leading Foster 7-4 after 5 in the women's senior. The reserve fours Wagga RSL 4-2 after 6. Karen Murphy's just scored to go to a 1-shot lead after 7 ends, now leading 5-4.
Jamie just needs a slight adjustment on his grass from his first. It looks like he's done this too. All the way down, a little bit of jack, so. Callum now, full draw up to the bowl. If he's underneath, a little trail of jack's good. Nothing for short here. Let's get down now. Well, not bad weight, just that slightly high line. See, Craig will draw to the jack. Well, not bad weight there. Just finding the guys on the forehand coming back this direction. Andrew, just getting a bit of turn, they are.
Well, the water's probably just ducked out of the surface a little bit, might have just firmed up a little bit.
Well, that's rattled a few things around, flopped a couple of things over.
Backhand now for Craig Roberts.
Still favour the Jamie Mitchell bowl for shot. Craig can play down onto it. Push the Engadine bowl through. He's playing pretty aggressive line here, Andrew. Gets down now. He got some very, very good effort.
Tell you what, Jason, I don't like the look of what's behind the blue sky over to the other side. Looks a bit grey. Maybe we might be lucky and not get any precipitation from that cloud mass, though.
Okay. Jay's interested in this. Jack's very close. Oh, he got the jack, he did, and just pushed it across into the pack. So Lee Stinson, what does he play? I think we'll be looking for a bit of a cover by. You see Gary's left foot there indicating get one here. Engadine obviously be looking to just stir that head up their next bowl. Gary's indicating this will be the direction that Jack will spring out to. Just around the white bowl. Well, he's got the first bit right, Lee has.
It's coming to pretty much where Gary wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Engadine will need to be somewhat attacking.
Well, it's pretty well pointed here. Is he going to get down enough? Oh, he just slid through, but a really good weight.
Two of the Warilla pair have won senior fours in the past. Actually, three of them have. So Julia Morgan in 2012 was a senior fours winner when playing at Wiseman Park, Wollongong City. Warilla in 2020. Vicky Turner and Leone Barnett were two of the team members there to won the senior fours. I was just checking our YouTube connection. Saw the question in the comments.
Okay. Well, don't know if that'll hold on. We've seen him turn across there, but didn't have the weight either. So still favour Warilla for two here, Andrew. That's Gary and Lee looking at. Is there an opportunity of some sort in there? Is there?
Well, they're probably looking. What will Jay? Well, Jay's out of bullets.
He is out of bullets, so I think there might be a little opportunity on here for a count, maybe, Andrew.
Well, it's either that or how do I get another one safely?
So, Jack movement out to the left where Lee's standing. You see him pointing there. Well, we've still got two out there, but is there opportunity in amongst that head? There's a bowl in there, just behind the dark bowl of Jamie Mitchell, that is an Engadine bowl. Is there a chance it gets out of the head without Jack movement and Warilla actually get a number?
Don't know.
A bit hard to see on the angle, but looking live, there's a chance for that to happen, but they're weighing up the risk.
Well, 5 behind, 7 ends in.
Well, that line tells me he's pushing into this head. He's just wide, hey? Just hung on him. Well, got away with it, I think.
Still probably a couple, wasn't it?
See Gary having a good look. A little bit perplexed on that, just hanging a little bit, but I think that's what he was playing for, Andrew. That plant on his bowls, an opportunity to get that Engadine bowl out. We won't know it, but anyway, 2 to Warilla. It's really good to see the shot play that this level of player looks at and looks to play.
Oh, yeah.
The slightest opportunity of making a better count on the head, and they're not negative with it. They look at it, weigh it up, and generally play it very confidently, understanding there is risk involved, but most of these players not too worried about risk, Andrew. They can just see the positive.
Well, they back themselves. They weigh up what can go wrong. If it's a decent shot, they'll back themselves to play. Because they know where they need 4 feet of weight, they'll be there or thereabouts, not go rumbling through with 20 feet.
So, Warilla, first thing they've done is got the mat straight behind the tee.
It's lengthened it out a little.
Yeah.
Haven't gone the extreme tee to tee.
Might give them a chance to play with that length a little bit later, Andrew. You don't want to open up your hand too early, do you?
Well, maybe, maybe not.
Well, straight away, Dan might have shot with a short one, but we see 2 short bowls in by the Engadine lead, so maybe a mini win. Craig Roberts just wants to run this line a little more. Well, he's run enough to get the shot. Callum now.
Oh, didn't quite get through the hole.
Engadine side full of talent. I think I might be wrong, but have all 3 players other than Dan Scanlan won a state singles title for New South Wales? New South Wales State Championships?
Callum, no.
Callum, no. Champions. I believe he's won something.
He's won a title, not a singles.
Not a singles, okay.
Callum might have won a triples. Certainly been runner-up. Callum and Jack with Breust Stewart, runner-up at Long a few years ago in the triples.
Dan Scanlan, the semi-finalist in the over 40s last year. So, Lee out on a good draw line. Just needs to get down now. Well, finishing a good home. Give it every chance there.
Certainly Jay and Jack, 2 of our recent state singles champions. In fact, the last 2 before this year. Jay champion at Dubbo last year. Jack at Fig Tree the year before. I think Jack got over the top of Peter Taylor out at Fig Tree. Peter probably has the worst record in state singles levels finals of anybody. Getting there is a major achievement. He just wants to win one.
Give me that record. I tell you what, I'd be quite happy.
And Jay beat Mark Wheatley of Wyong, who probably surprised everyone by getting there, but played super bowls and actually looked like taking out the title for a little while. Jay just managed to get home. Squiddy might have won the pairs with Craig Donaldson.
You are exactly correct.
Champion pairs.
Just got a text message. I'm getting a little bit of info through from some
They
contacts.
were defending champions and got through to the final at South Tamworth a couple of years ago to be beaten by Jay Breust and Dave Thomas. I'll have to mention his name. Tomo.
Great bowl there by Gaz. Warilla could be sitting 4 shots here, Andrew.
It did work out. I think it was Callum and Craig Donaldson had won something like 54 games in a row as club pairs and champions.
It's a pretty fair effort, isn't it?
I'll probably get corrected to say it was 34 or something like that, but it was a lot.
All right, Jay up and at this head. Contact, what's going to happen? Well, bowls move around and
Big scatter.
still one Warilla bowl there, obviously. There we go. Lee Stinson, that's their closest bowl. Engadine up front there, so...
Well, there you go. Adam Highlands also backed that up in the comments on the YouTube channel.
Gaz now. Tell you what, Andrew, if he gets down in this port with just nice weight, a little touch on Jack would be lovely. Well, he didn't want that one. That's...
And just to tie that all together as well, who was it who knocked Dan Scanlan out of the O40s last year?
Pixie.
Craig Donaldson.
Goes all right, doesn't he?
Well, he's won a few things. He's probably a bit underrated. He state triples champion a few years ago with Jake and Murray Chapman.
Tarrant Point.
When he was at Tarrant Point, yeah. He's got more club shirts than I have.
Well, his services are well sought after, and so they should be. Jay Breust just looking for the full draw down here. Doesn't want contact though. Well, he got one turn out of that. Got it in for second at least, so
Yeah, I think it was only one at the point anyway.
might have been two, but he made sure of it.
Well,
If he gets around that bowl, he's close to drawing the shot there, Andrew. So
8-6. We've played 9. That's certainly crept up in a hurry.
sure has. And while we're giving Pixie a rap, he was also awarded New South Wales Bowler of the Year one year, Andrew.
He was.
Here we go, so...
He's been in the state squad. I don't know if he's actually got a cap. I'll have to check that one.
See, Warilla sticking to that longer length. Probably one of the longer ends we've played. Jack's probably about 6 foot up from the tee.
Or can I buy timber off you? No, I don't want to buy timber off you. Actually, I've been land off here. I reckon it's a bit more than 6, mate. I reckon it's a good 2 point something metres.
Okay.
Just,
I don't have laser eyes like you, sorry, Andrew, but...
I cheat. I look at how far the tee is from the ditch and then compare that to the distance. So I reckon it's actually more than the distance of the tee from the ditch. Up, so about 2.2. It's always a good reference point. You know that the tee is 2 metres off the ditch, so there's a good comparison. Provided your greenkeeper doesn't try to fool you, that is. And I'm pretty sure Duncan's 2 metres off the ditch. He's 2 metres off the ditch.
Dan just wanting to push down on this line. Contact's really good here. It's a good reply.
Well, he's got the edge off. Let's just open it up a bit.
Keep an eye on those rolling scores. All our finals being updated in there.
The women's fours got underway quicker than we did, and they haven't played as many ends. They've been playing longer lengths. Just taking that bit longer to play each bowl adds up a lot. Senior women, they do play only 18, I think it is. Good bowl there.
Yep. The way that head was set up, we're always going to see a little bit of aggression and push through, and these players, as soon as they're down, you know that they're going to have weight to have a chance at changing the head over, getting the shot back. They don't muck around. They don't muck around because they also don't want it to be clogged up where they can't get to it later. So you'll see that a lot here as soon as opportunities present themselves.
Yeah, don't wait while it's not blocked up.
So that's 2 brilliant bowls there by Callum Murray. High fives all round for him there. So Lee, full draw down here. Full down at the moment. Plenty of room though. Land that bowl and stay, or just miss and stay. Very good effort.
It's very close to shot.
Very least he's got second, Andrew, so done his job. Play with more confidence next time. Tiny adjustment, very little. Okay, Jack. Love to get right on this. On top of the Jack here, he's very close.
That is the shot.
That is a great bowl. And again, he needs a full draw down here. Hard for them to play weight because if he goes out, they're back to a big number down. So important bowl here for Lee to get another one in the area.
Well, it's just a nice confident draw. If you happen to get a little tickle, you bring it back to yourself.
He's just
Sit the shot bowl's okay.
Just undergrassed a bit, but it's
Good home.
it stays up.
I'll tell you a little story about Lee playing for Orange. Orange City had shirts that were promoting the mini golf course there. Orange Mini Golf, which was OMG. So in great big letters across the front of Lee's shirt was OMG. So we were getting to the point of saying, OMG, Lee Stinson.
Jack Lewis, great bowl.
Makes it a couple for sure. It might have been just 2 before that, but definitely 2 now.
Thing is, Warilla's got the back set up pretty well, Andrew, so...
Gary Kelly, I'll give you very long odds of him being short.
Definitely. I did say the risk is getting to the hole and getting Lee out, but
Not anymore.
someone with Gary Kelly's ability won't be looking at that. He'll be just looking at Jack back.
Well, he won't be using ditch weight. Well, I don't think he'll go ditch. I think he'll just play good, confident reaching. You get that jack through the hole, you're holding 3. But Gary he might just back himself to give this a whack.
Well, it's a bit more controlled, I think, Andrew. He's trying to ensure he gets back to that jack. Is he getting down hard enough? They're asking for it too. Wow. It's another one in a good home, mate.
Watch this one. They were saying get down, but it's just shaved it. Another very good home. Jay Breust. He's going to have to try and get one in behind here.
Yeah, Warilla with all the back position.
He has got last bowl, but you don't want to be facing your last bowl 4 down.
We're also looking at trying to take the shot away from Gary as well, so...
There is a chance he could try and play draw with a metre and a half of weight. So you stay on if you miss. But you get the inside of your bowl to the right of jack and furthest back that's not counting at the moment. You come across, but if you get the one that's jack high, you turn it towards Lee's bowl. And exactly turn it onto Lee's bowl, roll it once and stay, you'll be holding 4.
He's playing his forehand. He's playing a cover at the back.
That's the other option.
Well, there is a gap there. Probably didn't want to bank it up.
Other thing is, if you do make that head tighter, Gary Kelly says thank you and goes bang. Well, they said perfect there, but there's still an invitation for Gary Kelly to trail his jack back anything up to 2 metres.
Looks a little more positive this time, Andrew. Now it's just hanging on him a bit. They're looking at it. Can he get the second wood? Oh, it's just turned
2.
Well, he's playing the backhand, but Jack just indicated, wide's better than narrow. Get inside the Gary Kelly bowl and count. Does not want to be in near that jack, I don't think, Andrew.
No, look, as long as you're just a little bit higher, you're okay.
Well, big shot played next door in the women's. There's Jay. Slightly high line, bit tentative weight, understandable too. 2 in the hand. He's looking at a third here. No. Katie Ashley over there. She was actually 2 down on the head. She played a little bit of a pushy weight into the head, probably 2 metres in. Got the split of the 2 Cabramatta bowls.
Made 2, at
Made
least.
2, and they're measuring for 3 or 4, I think. Going around a couple there. Three it is, so that match pretty tight, Andrew. 8-7 now in the women's to Cabramatta. Engadine back to this shortish length.
Well, I've had a suggestion we should put the senior men on, but the crane that's being used to lift Clay Parker from one end to the other is interfering with the cameras.
Yeah, I can just imagine who that suggestion come from.
I did suggest to Clay that we try and get a crane in to lift him from one end to the other, and he thought it was a good idea. He said after 6 days in a row of playing, he's feeling a little on the weary side.
Great bowl there, Daniel Scanlan.
We'd have to ask DJ why he's not playing here now. He was a contestant in the fours.
Well, we did stream him yesterday afternoon.
Well, they said he was still playing forehand with the jack. He couldn't even roll it straight.
Yeah, well done. done, Jamie Mitchell. He's got down to that last bowl. Got some position for his team.
Well, it's 10-6 and we've played 10. We're just about at the halfway point. There's not really been a lot in this. It's just that Engadine's managed just to convert a couple of heads.
Yep.
They've been tight enough that there's been no real chance to do anything that dramatic.
At least Stinson's asked Craig to try and trail the jack down here, and he's pretty close if he holds up. Just got off the front. Good weight, Craig. Opens it up a little bit more now, straight to the shot bowl.
Well, Lee better watch out. Gary's there, just adjusted the sock and retied the shoe. Is that his kicking foot to really lay one into Lee?
Callum Murray just gets down around the pack into a good home behind.
I didn't really pay money to see that. Well, both of them getting adjusted, so...
Well, Craig now. He's on that aggressive line. Does he get right down to the shot bowl? He's just squeezed underneath it. Very good effort. Good weight again for the shot, though.
Look, the players have been fantastic with the interaction with us here and the allowance for the live stream, and they've certainly given us some good views of the head, not getting in the way. Because we're so close to the action too, we've had a few jokes with them and from them.
Yeah, good bowl there, Jack. Probably counts.
Do thank the players for all of their interaction over the last 17 days. I was going to try and count up how many games we got, but I just can't remember.
Lee Stinson's close here, Andrew. He's very close. Sit the shot bowl and stay. Great bowl, Lee Stinson. Just what was needed. Well, it's the shot he was calling. He called Craig on, and Craig narrowly missed, so Lee steps up. Jamie still. Yeah, so that bowl coming up on the forehand is a Jamie Mitchell bowl. Ideally drawing just around it, but he turns it up will be a good result. Well, that line tells me he's looking to draw under more than around. Well, does he get a straight? No, we got a little slide on that. Finishes in a good home.
By my calculations, and I could be slightly wrong, there's 43 matches we've streamed over the 17 days. So 43, give or take one or two.
I'm not ready to do that maths at this time of the afternoon, Andrew. You are the stats man.
We've had one of our clips had over 3 million views across Facebook and TikTok.
Okay, Jay Breust now. Could be 3 down here, Andrew. There's a bit of room in there still, though. Well, he's a little bit surprised at how quick that sort of turned. You can see the indication from him. Sort of just swooped a bit quicker than anticipated. For Gary Kelly now. Does he? I think he may stay on that forehand where Lee was. That, as I said, Jamie Mitchell bowl coming up into the head. If he gets under, he can get across, make a counter where Lee Stinson finished also. He's playing that forehand. Does he get down to Jamie Mitchell? He's down pretty well. Couple of turns out of it. Well, he just got the one, but actually is only one to Warilla because that green bowl to the left is probably second. Engadine bowl. You see now Jay lining up down this backhand. Get just under that bowl coming in. Taking that wider line, and this time he's a bit perplexed. It didn't swing as much. Maybe a little bit of extra weight kept it out there. Now, opportunities are on here. I think it's still only the one green bowl there, Andrew. I think it's the only Engadine bowl, and could be second or third, but Warilla have got a hell of a lot more after that.
They're looking at how to get to it.
Yeah.
It might be that you really can't get to it.
Well, it's that risk for reward thing again. There's a bit of a plant. You can see that trail down through Gary's front bowl onto that bowl. There can be a lot go wrong there, though. You need to get it exactly right. There's probably, 6 to 8 inch gaps between those bowls. Weighing it all up. You see Lee sort of indicate, just play dead draw under that. You can get down to my shot bowl. Straighten up off your front blue bowl as well. Will also get a result. It's all down to speed now. He's wanting it to swing. He gets to Lee, and that's a good bowl. That's definitely two.
So it is.
Great shot, Gary Kelly.
Well, little team meeting. What do we do? Got to score some more shots. We're only 2 behind after 11 ends. Really want to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah,
or back in the lead.
Yeah, we see a lot of this happening at the state finals, platinum pennants. You'll see a lot of this where rinks are getting together and having discussions. What length is working for us, what isn't? Is there areas on the green that we favour or not? Could be a discussion about who's paying for dinner tonight. And don't worry, I've actually heard a discussion or two like that.
Whose turn was it to get us the refreshments?
Exactly. It's just good to get the team together and have that few seconds.
Well, there's the famous story about Shane Warner and Healy having an animated discussion on the pitch. And batter at the time had been delaying play a bit to make sure it was the last over, so they talked about it in the middle of the pitch, and Warney got him out with the last ball. Someone said to Ian Healy, "What great tactics, whatever you discussed at the middle of the pitch," and he said, "No, Warney actually we were working out whose shout it was and making him wait because he'd made us wait." Actually didn't talk about tactics at all.
Great opening bowl there by Jamie Mitchell.
Dan Scanlan. Good line.
So we see here, Andrew,
Just 6 foot short. More.
tactic they've employed this time. Let's roll the jack to a similar length, but just bring the mat up a little bit. So just slight variations in the length.
We're not that far off maximum length. I think they've actually moved the mat back a little bit, mate.
Although, no, Jamie was playing it at the tee last time.
All right.
Yeah, they've been having the mat to the tee, so a slight variation and...
Oh, a little bit of an overcorrection from Dan. Oh, and he crashes onto Jamie's bowl. So got lucky. That one would have been a good 2 metres through. It's just a little bit of luck you get. He's got a reasonable bowl in the head out of that. It's probably a metre behind. Misses it. He's 3 metres back, and Warilla's now holding 3 with Craig Roberts' bowl instead of 2.
Let's get down harder.
That's a good bowl.
That's what we call a good bad bowl, isn't it, Andrew?
Probably would have preferred it to be on the line and not present such a big shelf.
Yeah, players at this level see shelves like this and
Do this.
very rarely miss. Well, he has ran all the way up for shot there. Great bowl, Callum Murray.
So you're not going to change his hand. Probably can't draw around it, but he can just, well, he can flop off his own and potentially count. But if he turns that one onto the jack goes back to their own bowls. They're holding 2.
He's very similar, pointed. A little bit of extra weight.
But that's actually given them some really good position.
Yeah, they got the best back. They got 3 just in behind the head. Jack movement backwards.
Well, the other thing is now, Stinson can have just a little dip at this. If you get that bowl slightly off centre, out it goes.
Just heard Gary Kelly say there, any weight you pick. Okay. I'll tell you what, Andrew Lynn.
Very close.
He's very close. He's very close. He just went without it. What an effort.
Very careless, my mate would say. Scared it. Didn't hit it.
Yeah, any contact there for Warilla is good contact.
But another good catcher.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's the thing with that weight. That jack is spinning out behind the head. And he's in the right place to catch that jack.
Well, Jack Lewis here gets right down. Well, he's just changed
They'll
things
both
up.
go now. Plays exactly the same bowl now. He's not going to miss. Because there's one sitting on the centre line there.
He's asked for a little bit more positive here from Lee. Lee's just...
Forgotten to take some grass. Well, he's missed that.
So what's happening here, Andrew? There's a little bit of a nest building up there for Warilla, isn't there?
And that's exactly why Jay Breust has his foot right there. He wants Jack to draw one in. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to get back to that spot to me. I think he's going to draw a shot if he does anything.
We see Gary Kelly's now having to manufacture something.
Well, I actually think you'll see quite a bit of weight here. Straight at the bowl on the centre line. You get it onto the other, it kicks across. The last bowl in goes as well. If you don't hit the jack, there's a bit of luck there. You're holding the 3 nearest. If something does go onto the jack, you've got 4 out of the 5 at the back there to cover it. So Warilla have the best of this situation.
Hit the front bowl and he can get rid of all 3 front ones, I think.
Big weight.
Got the back position to the left-hand side, so...
Gary won't muck around with this one.
control it down in there. It just went on him a bit.
We really love that white ball to go into the ditch, and it did.
Well, no, it did not. It stayed up, mate.
Oh, it didn't.
Mm-hmm. It's still a good foot.
Oh, there's two Engadine bowls over this side of the rink, and they want one on the other side. And the two Engadine bowls now on this side of the rink might be why Gary was playing that more controlled weight. He didn't want to risk the bounce out to that other side. Jay.
Jay just looking to get to these 3 bowls down here. He's done this pretty well. Inside of that, that's okay. Jack still goes. Still an option for Warilla to get it all the way down to there.
Well, the indication from Craig there is they're actually only one down.
Got Lee Stinson interested. Is he going to get down enough? Well, he's got fresh air. Well, he's actually knocked that Craig Roberts his own 2 bowls out. Has that added a few more now to Engadine?
Possibly has.
Before we thought it was only 1 down, but...
Oh, the player's indication was it was 1.
But... there we go.
Well, they just said 2 seconds, 1 roll, and you're 4. And of course that means he expects his bowl to stay in as well.
Opportunity, Andrew. Is this one of the
A bit of excitement down the rink. Karen Murphy's just played a conversion.
Breust wants this to get down a bit more.
Oh, great effort, but I think that's, if it is just 1, that is a big opportunity that they had to really put a nail on the lid. Not quite nail it shut, but
yeah, we've seen it during these championships a few times, Andrew. Those opportunities when they present themselves, a lot of our champions have taken those opportunities. There we go. 2 shots indicated there. So, big bowl next door. Karen Murphy's converted ahead and got 3 shots, so back out. It was 8 all. Back out to 11-8 lead for Cabramatta.
oh, it's just a bit short from Dan Scanlan. It's not too bad, but I don't think in this company it's going to be good enough to be a shot.
Jamie Mitchell. That's a pretty good starter. Yeah, well, Dan's done well there. Insured. He got to the head, got behind. Jamie will be looking for something similar. He can't turn his own in. He just misses around. Well, he's just a tad bit shy, unfortunately. Change of hands here. Callum will come down the forehand now. Dan Scanlan bowl to turn in. If he's under, he can draw the jack down. Played pretty good weight for it too. Craig just like to hold on a bit. Some contact would be good. Well,
oh, is this one going to be coming in nicely? Just needs to get past. Crashes on the short bowl. That is the issue when you do put down a short one. It's potentially in your teammate's road, which you really don't want to do. It's okay if it blocks your opponent, but it's now.
okay, Craig on a fair line here. If he's got the weight to push in, that's his bowls.
Oh, I think he's drawn shot.
Yep. Jack just pushing down into this hole here. Get the edge off of that, onto that. Well, he's opened the head up for the Engadine team.
May well have got shot out of that as well. Hard to tell.
He's also opened it up for Lee to draw in nicely now. With the Jamie Mitchell bowl coming in. If he gets underneath, he gets to the Engadine bowl. Is he going to get down now? That's all he needs to do. Well, good effort. Finishes in a great aim. Actually might have drawn the shot.
Very close to shot, yes.
Well, Jay Brewster's very interested in this. Jack's all the way down. Trailed the kitty through, and I think that's 3 shots now to Engadine. So, just a little bit of room there. Lee Stinson just wants to get around all that. Well, he's got himself.
Shot.
He has. He's not cheering. Head up in the air. He knows he was lucky there. Played the weight though, Andrew.
He did.
You're not getting that luck without the right weight. But at this level, players, we don't congratulate it, we don't clap it, and just go, well, it's part of our game.
Well, you missed your line by a little bit, but you got a little sliding in.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll take it. I'm not going to celebrate it, but I'll take it.
So, does Jay get aggressive at this? Holding the next 3. Well, that line suggests he is. Dan Scanlan's gone right in the road of the camera. Wow, great shot there, Jay Breust. Well, still somewhat open. That'll be visually. Gary won't mind this, Andrew. He can sit that last bowl now.
Well, the other thing is Lee's bowl's now back on the centre line. So he can afford to be a little positive. Trail that jack backwards. Can be make 2, and it would hide it behind the pack. Certainly not being timid.
Well,
Wants
Gazza.
the white one clean. Doesn't want
got-
the hole.
Yeah. A little bit unlucky. Did he get second wood out of it, though? I think that's
I'm
what
pretty
Engadine's
sure he
looking
did. Oh, twos was the indication there.
Yeah, but, Andrew, the issue is there's three. Movement of the jack back, 3 to Warilla. What does Engadine do to try and nullify that?
Try and put Gary off so he misses.
I think you'll see a full draw down to the jack here.
Oh, you either need to draw an absolute cracker sitting a back resting toucher or go 2 feet behind and cut that option off. Looks like a tight line to me.
He's on the line to draw another one in the head.
Oh, if they were 2 before, or maybe not.
Craig's getting in, having a good look now. Could change the shot selection. Look, I still like the idea of Gary Kelly full draw down to the jack. Just missed with his first. He's on a fairly aggressive line. Andrew, don't know if this will hold. It's not going to.
No. But
Well, that might have...
just chopped one of them out or 2 of them out.
If it didn't count beforehand, well,
Let's cut it back to 1.
it's a definite one down then. Not as before. It was up and down. Better result.
Well, before we cross over, give the people a wave, Jason. Get back to the action. That's enough ugly mugs on there.
It's a better looking picture.
I just thought we'd give Jason a chance to wave to his adoring fans. Both of them. At least you've got a couple.
So 13-8 now. 5-shot margin.
Oop.
He's down through the gap. Better weight by Dan. Well, still a bit short actually. He's probably... I'm saying 2.5 foot short. Jamie now. Yep. Played this very well. Great shot. So we see, just turn the lights on here at Cherry Street for these greens. The cloud cover is making it a little bit dark. It's not impossible to see, but
No, look, it's just a nice thing for the players to know that there's a little bit more light out there on the greens. We are probably running a little bit late with the 2 delays, or 3 delays this morning. Slight delay in getting out there because of the weather this morning. Couple of shots now. Is that the little bit of luck that Warilla needs? 5 shots behind. Still 8 ends to go.
gets this plant and it nearly looks like Dan's up into the head like that. Could be one now to Engadine.
Well, Did I just say that might be luck Warilla need? Something went against them straight away.
Yep.
Need one player to produce a moment of brilliance. Oh, Craig.
He's playing
Can
positive
reach.
down into this, Andrew. I like this. If he misses the front, well, that's
But
not
he's
bad.
cleared the path.
Yeah, good job. Obviously wanted to get just around it, but what he's done there, he's mentioned earlier, he's left the head better than what it was before he put that bowl down, so... Looks like Jack's just looking for some cover here.
Well, he's got the thump off Craig's bowl and come across to a really good position. Look, the slightly slower green does promote that sort of shot.
If he gets the clean run, he's still getting good position back of the green anyway.
Exactly. You're better off slightly overplaying on a green that's holding a little bit. And don't forget, these greens have been flooded twice today. They were flooded this morning.
So Lee Stinson comes down. Well, gets connection.
All but a result. Back to the two Engadine bowls. So yep, the round about 6:30 this morning. All three greens. There's still a tide mark on the ditch wall where they were completely covered. Drained away. We had a little bit of rain. Just held us up from
Jack.
starting. Brilliant bowl. That's Craig
Wow.
Roberts that's gone up though. So one to Warilla.
Yeah, but it's not very pretty to get to, is it, Andrew?
No, for either team. Ideally, if you look at only a foot short of the head, the ideal path in for Lee is backhand just to the white bowl, but unfortunately there's three tacklers standing in wait on that path. We had a delay getting out this morning. We were supposed to start at 8:30 and just held up for about 15 minutes because of the wet. We had a 5-minute delay with a little bit of pooling on the green. And then what would you reckon the next one, half an hour?
Yeah, roughly.
I didn't time them, but we're off for a little while. And the greens still look a little bit damp on the surface.
Okay.
Got any misses those, he's going to come to a good home.
Yeah, Gary's very happy with that.
Well, I reckon they're going to look for an edge.
Well, they are down. It's a yucky looking head up front. Angles don't look the best, so you are going to see some weight through here.
I reckon he's just going to look for about a metre. Just try and get the edge of Craig Roberts' bowl, just turn it over. The beauty there is if he's just on the right line and just fades off the edge of Jamie Mitchell's bowl out front, it'll just kick it in towards the jack.
Well, he's in a... Well, what he's done, that was a Lee Stinson bowl. So again, we've really got a couple out the right-hand side. Engadine do have back left now covered.
Plus the middle bowl on the centre line's theirs.
Middle bowl on the centre line is an Engadine bowl, that's correct, so...
Might be trying to get up and over that one. Gary Kelly will be well aware of that.
Yeah, I reckon... Tricky shot here for Gaz. Well, they're looking for another cover shot into that You can see where Lee's standing. He's saying we get another one in here. If things go wrong with Engadine pushing into the head, there's a chance we can catch out here.
Well, he doesn't have a clear path.
And that's been a little bit of a story of this game. Gary hasn't had too many clear paths at all, Andrew. I think Engadine have done very well in that aspect. And that's a good home. Really limiting Gary's opportunity for conversions, haven't they? He's really had, I wouldn't say zero, but it nearly feels like zero.
Well, their short bowls have been useful. Haven't been useful for shots, but they've just blocked off Gary's access. And I think if Warilla still hold after this bowl, Gary will just either get a practice draw to the tee or not play it.
Jay's already asking for this to swing early. Well, that's Jamie Mitchell bowl. So no change there.
Well, I'll have a look, work out if they can get another shot.
Well, it doesn't look pretty for Warilla to try and turn anything over, is it, Andrew? Like, a lot of traffic there that's Engadine's.
Well, the two bowls immediately short are Engadine.
Just looking at that opportunity of that bowl up on the jack, and as I said, this nest out to the right. Group of bowls, the two Lee Stinson bowls and Gary Kelly bowl, but 13-8. You've got one in the hand now.
You're within 4, still 7 to go.
Yeah, it's very risky at this stage of the game. I'd be tempted myself to take the one and go, okay, let's control the length.
If he plays it and comes off, then you'd be going, he's a genius.
I think the more and more they think about it like this, the more and more there's probably a chance of declaring this.
Oh, Craig's got the card out.
Craig has got the card out. He's like, let me ride on this thing.
Craig's got one shot. Let's put it down. Write it down now. Come on, let's write it down.
Well,
Oh, the weather has improved a little here, and we've got a good crowd building along the edge of the green.
well, you're seeing some superstars do battle out here.
They come for the superstars, and while they're here, they watch the bowls.
It's a very big Engadine contingent along the right-hand side here. So right of our screen now, up along the bank there.
There's a few.
There's a few. There's probably about 12, 14.
Oh, they did have the women's fours
They did.
in as well.
There's a lot of supporters here too. Husbands, partners. Well, I'm thinking this is going to be a practice draw to the back of the rink. Yep. Yeah. Keep the crowd interested for a little bit, Andrew.
A lot of thought went into that one.
Yeah. Straight away, Warilla just stretch that length out again.
Oh, Jamie. A little bit short. I think he'd be disappointed with that effort. Really want to nail your first bowl here as a lead. just set the tone for your team. For Engadine, it's saying, well, we've got the lead, you've got to get it. And for Warilla, we're coming for you.
Well, Dan Scanlan made sure he's up there the first bowl. And imagine also, Andrew, the conditions could be changing. I know the green's been fairly wet, but that cool air's starting to come in. The light's starting to come in as well.
4:09 local time.
There's no sun for the grass to follow.
We were saying you could effectively play till 6:15 in the light last week. That's more like 5 or 5:15. So we are getting into that pre-dusk time, and there is a fairly significant cloud cover. So
Craig Roberts up and over.
well, that's Jamie gone up. He'd be happy with that.
Callum,
Tight line.
must be around or under, got straight into it. Well, may open it up for him next time. He'll probably find. Okay, Lee Stinson's gone up. Back to the forehand. Let's get to it first before him, and I like this tactic, Andrew. He's about. That is the hand that Engadine will be looking to play. How's his run? Craig Roberts up and into it. That's a great bowl. Still open for Engadine to get to. Well, Callum, does he get all the way down? Got pretty good weight. Good.
Still probably a couple to Warilla.
Yeah, I think it might be up and down for second, maybe, Andrew, but you favourite for two, though.
Yeah, maybe the white one on the side.
Yeah, that's the one I favour for second, but tight. We'll see Lee now. Yeah, swap back to the backhand. Doesn't want to take that risk of dragging the jack back to Engadine, so can turn. Come on, some of the Warilla bowls in across the head there. Gets on to any of them will be good. He's getting back now. Flop that down. Well, that's a pretty good result. Jack now looking to get down. Well, he's just a bit underlined there. Well, there's another one in there. It's made it a bit harder for Engadine to get right down to the jack now. Not impossible, but does he get down to his own and fall it in? Oh, nearly did. Finishes in a good spot there around the back, though. His head's setting up very nicely for Warilla at the moment. Favourite for two, tight for three, and I think only maybe three. But the head looks very good for Warilla. Hard for Engadine to play a confident shot to. We might see some aggression here. Yep, we see Jay Breust saying, all right, I want you up through this. Change something in front. Oh, Andrew, he's close. Well, I think he's got a result. I'll take the measure out for three.
Yeah, look on. I think there's a shot there for Warilla. I'm going to try and go for the cover back there on the 2 metre mark.
Yeah, probably a smart bowl. Jack back onto the white line there. Cross to the left, and it's all Engadine, so.
And again, if Gary can get inside and just tuck that Jack in behind the green bowls.
It's a very good bowl. Yeah, exactly, Andrew, and I think that could be what he'll line up for with his next. He's got position now as rain now starts to come down.
We're looking nice and close, and you see that there's 2 Warilla bowls there just out of the count. So a touch around, just around the corner could bring in those 2 as well and make a count of 5. Good luck playing a demanding bowl with this. And you can see that they're big drops of rain. They're actually sitting on the surface as they hit. And the radar does not look nice.
That's patchy.
One little shower coming over.
Yep.
Quite heavy.
These guys will be wanting to finish this end though. Jay Breust gets down. Well, he did.
Still inviting for Gary to play a little toucher here. Just 1 bowl remaining on this head, or 2 bowls. And they are very big drops coming down.
Yeah, they are. There's only 1 bowl each to come from the skippers, so the right thing will be done here. And if he gets a touch on that Jack, Gary Kelly. Oh, he is unlucky.
Giving it away.
Could be 1 down now.
Wants us to now call this end dead because it's too wet.
No, that won't happen.
That's not going to happen, but players will come in and shelter from this. Well, that is a pool of water.
Well, Jay Breust will be wanting to get out there and play his last bowl as quick as possible.
Yeah, he's jumping on the mat and just going to deliver it so he gets shot.
Yeah, pretty smart.
And then straight away, that is suspension of play. And that is absolutely pelting down. 1 to Engadine. And that is very heavy rain. There's actually rain getting on that end camera.
So this is going to cause some sort of delay, I think, Andrew. We saw earlier it took
Yeah, we're still going live. I'm just showing the viewers what we can see.
and this
Screen
rain
is flooded again.
it's heavier than what it was earlier, so I think we're going to have quite a delay here.
Well, I'm just going to have a look at the Bureau the radar to see whether we...
Even if this quick shower leaves now, I think we've still got 10 or 15 minutes of drying up.
We've got probably through the worst of it now, but we've got another 20 minutes to half an hour of rain. So rain has eased, however, I think we might just take a break in our broadcast. Unfortunately, we are in for a little bit of a delay. Keep an eye on our YouTube and Facebook, but There's only one patch of this green that's not underwater at the moment, or a couple of isolated patches. So for now, we'll catch you in a little while.